Schubert, played by a girl in an exquisite dress, candles and chandeliers sparkling in her hair and eyes. Art. Surface, of course, but art is all surface and symbol at once. Those who go beneath the surface do so at their peril. You remember Basil Hallward, the painter whose disappearance some years ago caused such public excitement and conjecture? He it was who painted that picture. That notorious picture.
The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Dramatised for radio by Nick McCarty. With Jamie Glover as Dorian Gray and Ian Mcdiarmid as Lord Henry Wotton.
I was in the habit then of visiting Basil's studio regularly. It was summer, and the studio was filled with the rich odour of roses. When the summer breeze stirred the trees of the garden, there came through the open door the heavy scent of lilac, or the delicate perfume of the pink flowering thorn.
Well, Henry, what do you think of it?
I was lying on the divan of Persian saddlebags, smoking an opium-tinted cigarette, and watching the play of light through the long tussore silk curtains that were stretched in front of the large window. The dim roar of London was like the bourdon note of a distant organ.
Well?
It is quite the best thing you have done.
I believe it is.
Who is the young man? A model?
No.
He is quite beautiful. You have captured more than a likeness. You must send it next year to the Grosvenor.
Why not the Academy?
The Academy is too large and vulgar. Whenever I go there have been either so many people that I've not been able to see the pictures, which was dreadful, or so many pictures that I've not been able to see the people, which was worse.
I won't send it anywhere.
What odd chaps you painters are. You do anything to gain a reputation. As soon as you have one, you seem to want to throw it away. It's silly of you, for there is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about.
I know you'll laugh at me, but I really can't exhibit it. I've put too much of myself into it. I knew you would laugh. It's true, all the same.
I didn't know you were so vain, Basil. I see very little of you in this. He is a Narcissus, and you have an intellectual expression, but real beauty ends where an intellectual expression begins. Don't flatter yourself, Basil, you're not in the least like him.
Oh, I should be sorry to look like him. The ugly and the stupid have it best in this world. If they know nothing of victory, they're spared the knowledge of defeat.
What do you know of defeat?
Your rank and wealth, and my brains, and my art, whatever they may be worth. Dorian Gray's good looks. We shall all suffer for what the gods have given us.
Dorian Gray. Is that his name?
I didn't intend to tell you his name. When I like people immensely, I never tell their names to anyone. It's like surrendering a part of them. When I leave town, I never tell my people. I've grown to love secrecy. Is that foolish?
You forget I'm married, and the one charm of marriage is that it makes a life of deception absolutely necessary for both parties. When we meet, my wife and I, we tell each other the most absurd stories with the most serious faces. My wife is so much better than I am, she never gets confused over the dates, and I always do.
I believe you're a much better husband than you pretend to be. You never say a moral thing, and you never do a wrong thing. Your cynicism is a pose.
Being natural is a pose, the most irritating I know. Tell me truly why you refuse to exhibit his portrait.
It's hard for me to say. It sounds so incredible.
Then I should believe you at once.
I think... 2 months ago, I was at a crush at Lady Brandon's. You know how artists have to remind the public from time to time that we're not savages. That's where I saw him, at Lady Brandon's.
A peacock in everything but beauty.
She insisted we met.
She treats guests as an auctioneer treats his goods. The poor woman so wanted to find a salon, and she only succeeded in opening a restaurant.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?